Hello, besties, and welcome to my not first, but third video on my book channel. Now, I know I have not been posting much on this book channel, and I am really working on that because, yeah, I'm just so much is going on in my life right now, all good things, but at the same time, it's got my life really busy. So as you see in the title of this video, it is going to be basically just like a catch-up video, what's been going on in my life, what have I been reading, but also about my book that I came out with called The Other Side of Time that is now available on Kindle. And I just first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has read it so far. Thank you to the people who have left reviews. Thank you to those of you who were not reviewers, but you were, beta readers for me. I really appreciate it so much. This process took a while. It took a while. I was supposed to come out with my book a couple of months ago, but it just didn't work out. There was some stuff I wanted to take out, some stuff I wanted to put in. And honestly, it was a little bit of I was scared to put it out. Once it was time to, it's my whole body just shut down. I was like, I don't even want to do it now because I was so scared of what people may think, if they would like it, if they won't like it. But then I just decided to stop being scared and I did it. So June 1st, my book officially came out and I am currently working on getting it in paperback copies. So that will be coming soon. So be looking for that as well. And also, if you don't have Kindle Unlimited, you can buy the book or you can do a little sample thing, on Kindle. But I understand everybody doesn't have the money to buy things, to buy extra things, but the book is only $10 and I would appreciate any kind of support that I can get. Oh, so yes, this is my book and I'm so super excited for just everything in my book. Now, let's talk about the process. So for me, essentially, it took me about, trying to think back, at least a year. I have been writing the book. And again, my book is not that long. It's maybe 150 pages. I didn't want to come out with my first book to be a huge, thick book. I just wanted something to put myself out there, to put my name out there, to see if people like my writing style, to see if people like my ideas of the things I think in my head. I don't know. But I've always been writing since I was 13 years old. Well, really younger than that, about 8 or 9 years old, I started writing stories. But 13 is when I kind of got really serious and I started writing poetry and stuff. And then I won lots of poetry awards when I was in middle school and high school. I wish my mom still had them, but she doesn't. We've moved and stuff like that, so she does not still have them. But when I told my mom I wrote a book or whatever, I called her on the phone and I was like, yeah, Mom. I was so I wrote a book. And she was like, you wrote a book? And I was like, yeah. And then I sent her the front page of it of what's it gonna look like, and I told her what it was about, and literally I got so emotional, and she was like, I was wondering when you were gonna pick back up writing because you used to write. Remember you won all those poetry awards? And I was like, I didn't even think that she remembered that, but she was like, remember when you used to win those poetry awards and I was always so proud of you and this and that. And I was like, yes, I remember. I've just always been scared of what people think as far as what I write. But I do love writing. I just love expressing myself in so many different ways. And that's another thing too, is so my first book right now is a fantasy, romantasy. I would say it's more of a romantasy, but there's so many different genres that I want to write in. I want to write in I in my mind, I'm I want to write a thriller. And then I'm also oh, but I want to write this, but I want to write that. I also want to write urban fiction books. I want to write urban romance books. So it's so hard for me to just pick one genre that I want to write because I feel I want to write so many different ones. And I am going to write so many different ones. And I am writing so many different ones. Whatever comes to my head, I usually jump in. So I have the book set up. I use Readsy. And what I do is I usually just go in and when I get more ideas for a book, I'll jump in and I'll just start writing on that book. And then if I'm oh, I got an idea for this book, then I'll jump to that one. And then that's how like I build upon it. But a lot of my books honestly are written on my notes app in my phone or my Word app on my phone because like I'm just like always coming up with ideas. Like I have the ideas in the middle of the night when I wake up. I'm like, ooh, I can add this part to a book and stuff like that. So yeah, so my book took me about a good year and a half to really get down like the character names and the world building. And I know it's not like a huge world building. It's not like there is some world building, but it's not like huge in my book. That's not like a huge part of my book, I guess I should say. But I did want to like make you feel like you were like in this world with the character. So, yeah, I don't know, like I'm so proud of myself for like actually putting out the book because I was so freaking scared, y'all. I still am a little bit like scared of like what people are going to think. Are people going to like, is everyone going to love my book? And I didn't even tell y'all what it was about. Let me read the synopsis to you. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to restart my Kindle. But anyway, so it says, Elena, a woman desperate to escape her abusive husband, runs away one night through the woods searching for help, only to stumble through a mysterious portal that transports her into another world. Unaware at first that she has entered another world, she soon realizes she is surrounded by beings who despise humans. Among them is Prince Kalar, a cold and calculating royal who outwardly expresses disdain for her kind but secretly harbors a deep fascination with humanity. Unable to reintegrate into her old life, Elena finds herself lost between two worlds. She is grief-stricken and confused as she has left her daughter behind. She is desperate to get back to her life in the human world, if only to get her daughter and flee. Will Elena be able to escape Prince Kalar and his fascination with humans to get back to the world, or will she have to leave it behind or to live or die in a world that isn't her own? So yeah, that's the synopsis of my book so far. So far, I do have 2 5-star reviews, I believe. Okay, I have 1 4.5 star and I have 1 5-star review so far. So I'm like super, super excited. Like it seems so surreal to see my book on Kindle, like unlimited. It's like from something that's like thoughts in my head to me, like starting with everything to like now, like it's actually reality is like crazy. And also I want to say sorry for the lighting in here. I'm trying to get a better lighting situation going on, but for now, this is just the lighting. So yeah. And as far as what I have been reading, so I have been reading a couple of different books. Right now, I am currently reading Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This book has me just feeling all kinds of different ways right now. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving like some of the quotes in it. And I can tell you guys some of the quotes that like I really love in the book so far. I'm a woman. I have been through like divorce. I've been through relationships. I've been through things. So it's like I can really, really relate to the book. I've also been through like depression. I've been through anxiety, stuff like that. Some of the things that I've highlighted in the book was one that said, you ain't got a problem God can't fix. I've been really, really, really lately like leaning more onto God and his understanding of things. Like I've always been a Christian like my whole life. I went to church when I was young. I sung in choir. I was doing like all those things. But I never really, like as an adult, I would say, like I've gone to church as an adult, but I never really like leaned into God and onto God for things. And like lately I've just been talking to him more. I've been like spending time with him in the mornings when I get up. I also keep my Bible in here. This is the I forget what this one is called. It's the She Reads Truth Bible. But yeah, I have it like all tabbed and everything, and I literally like have just been like, when I say in it, I mean in it. Like I've been like in my Bible more. I also do have like my quiet time devotional that like I use. I don't use this like every day, but I do use it, and it's just something that like really like helps me stay grounded and balanced, because at one point in my life I did like steer, I won't say away from God, but I steered away from Christianity, and I was like more into like other stuff that like kind of just left me with a bad spirit. So now I'm back in the spirit of the Lord, and I'm very, very thankful and happy for that. But yeah, so that's one thing that really like stuck out to me was the "you ain't got a problem God can't fix," because God is like the one, the Holy Trinity, the everything. Like he is everything. And then another part is the part of depression people don't consider that at times it physically hurts. Yes. Yes, I've had depression for a very, very long time. I would say since I was like a teenager, I've had it. I guess as a teenager, I just didn't really know that it was depression. And when I was a teenager, like I felt like it just wasn't as talked about when I was a teenager. But now like I'm 34 now, and I feel like now like there's not this stigma on it that like only like white people have depression, only white people have anxiety. Like I'm so glad there's not that stigma on it anymore, because I used to be so scared to talk to my mom about like how I was feeling, because like, you know, black moms, you know, you'd be like, oh, I'm depressed. You'd be like, girl, if you don't go in there and depress them dishes, and you'd be like, ma'am, I just said I was depressed, and like I'm feeling these kind of ways, and you're gonna like make it worse. But anyway, I'm glad that like my mom like understands things now, and she's like very understanding, and like she, you know, if I ever need to call her, like she's there, you know. So yeah, but yes, I've had depression to the point where my body literally felt like I was going to like fall apart. Like I was like, any moment I'm just gonna fall apart. So been there. And then the last one is basically talking about like, don't run from your pain. You end up exhausted but never really gaining ground. Like for a long time, I ran from my pain. I ran from like my anxiety, my depression. I ran from my traumas. I ran from a lot of things for a long time. And then that shit caught up to me when I was like 24, 25. It kind of caught up to me. And it's still taking me till this day to really like, okay, I feel normal. You know, like every day I never felt normal. Like it was just like, you know, I've had things happen to me when I was young. I was a victim of rape when I was young. So it's like just a lot of things that like I went through and I ran from for a long, long, long time. It caught up to me. And like now, just now at my big age of 34, or small age of 34, I'm going to say, I'm just now like telling myself like, yeah, I need to stop running from things. Like I got to stop running, because there's no way to go, because you're just going to run back into that pain all over again. So yeah, so I'm reading, yeah, I have it on dark mode on my, I have this is the Kindle color soft, by the way, if most people don't know, obviously because of the color, but yeah, so I've been reading that. And then I've also been reading Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn. Now, I had started The Way of Kings a couple of different times, but those books are so high fantasy that like I just needed something to bring me down a little bit and just kind of, you know, get me back to my space. I am also reading Bloodmarked, and I am on chapter 9 in Bloodmarked. And it's just, I'm actually listening to Bloodmarked. I'm reading. So I always have like one book I'm listening to, one book I'm actually physically reading, and one book that I'm reading on my Kindle is like usually how I do it. Now, sometimes, because I do also have Mistborn and I have Bloodmarked, I also have them physical. So sometimes like I'll switch back and forth. Like sometimes I'll pull down a physical book of Bloodmarked and read out of that. Like it just depends, but I'm always having at least 3 going at the same time. Another book that I really want to read really, really soon is The Reformatory, but that'll probably mean I'll have to put another book down to read that one. And I'm also trying to like write more of my books. So it's just like, girl, get it together. Like, what are you doing? Like, you need to pick one thing. And then, you know, I'm also a gamer. So I'm also like, the games I'm playing right now are Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I'm playing Palia. I'm playing Fantasy Life I'm also playing Dreamlight Valley. So it's like, sis, when are you gonna have time to do everything? You don't have time to do everything. Sometimes you just gotta just say, okay, I got time to do one thing today, and that's it. And that's that one thing that you do. But yes, I just kind of wanted to give like an update on what's been going on with me about writing, my writing process, stuff like that. I am currently writing another book now. If you do not, or if you did not know that I wrote a book, you can find the link down below to my book. And again, it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's also $10 to buy, but I am also working on right now doing the paperback version. But that's gonna, like, of course, take some time. So I will let you guys know when that is available. But yes, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching this. I will be able to do more videos now that I have like my office set up and I have things set up. Just need some better lighting. I probably should get like a different ring light. I have a ring light, but it doesn't work. Like, I don't know what happened to the cord that went to it. So yeah, I'm working on getting a better ring light. So I hope that this video is not too dark. I will try to lighten it up some, but I'm hoping that it's not too dark. So yes, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know down below, but as well as please subscribe if you like my content. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and happy reading and happy gaming. And I hope you have a great week. Bye, bestie.